Why do you feel like falling in your sleep? Have you ever woken up with a start, convinced for a split second that you were tumbling into thin air? Maybe your arms shot out, your heart raced like crazy, and the next thing you know, you're awkwardly looking around to remind yourself you're safe in bed. Sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. This strange, and honestly kind of scary, sensation happens to millions of us and is officially called a hypnic jerk, or sometimes a sleep start. So why does your body send you on this mini roller coaster in the middle of the night? Get cozy, because we're diving into the science, the history, and the quirky factors behind this weird phenomenon that's got your brain working overtime, even while you sleep. First things first, let's talk about what's going on with your body when you doze off. Sleep isn't just an off switch, it's a detailed process. When you're lying in bed and starting to drift off, your body makes a series of adjustments to help you shift from wakefulness to the beginning stages of sleep. Your muscles start to relax, your breathing slows down, and even your brain waves begin to settle into cozy rhythmic patterns. This is your body saying, time to chill out. But sometimes, it doesn't go as smoothly as it should. In the early stages of sleep, your system is still transitioning, and here's the twist. Your brain hasn't fully caught up with what's going on. When your body relaxes too quickly, your brain thinks something's wrong. It's like when you drop something accidentally and your reflexes kick in to grab it before it falls. Except this time, it's your entire body. A hypnic jerk, or sleep start, happens when your brain misinterprets those signals from your relaxed body. It's as if your brain goes, "Wait, why are my muscles going limp? Are we falling? Is there danger?" And just like that, it sends a burst of energy to your muscles, like a quick jolt of electricity, snapping you awake. This is why you feel like you're falling, or why your arms and legs might suddenly jerk. Your body is essentially on autopilot, trying to save you from danger that isn't really there. While it can feel dramatic, and sometimes even a little embarrassing if it happens in front of people, hypnic jerks are completely harmless. In fact, they're so common that nearly 70% of people experience them at least once in their life. So next time it happens, just know, it's nothing to worry about. Your brain's just being a little overprotective. Now, here's where it gets even cooler. Scientists believe hypnic jerks might have helped our ancestors survive. Imagine this. We're talking way, way back when humans were living in caves or up in trees to avoid wild predators. A reflex like a hypnic jerk could have been life-saving. If you're snoozing on a branch and your body relaxes a little too much, that sudden jerk could wake you up just in time before you tumble to the ground. Pretty smart, right? It's one of those fascinating quirks left over from evolution, something we don't really need as much today, but still experience because evolution doesn't just delete old survival mechanisms. Instead, they stick around, even if their purpose is outdated. So, in a way, every time you feel like you're falling in your sleep, you're channeling your inner cave dweller. While modern humans have traded tree branches for mattresses, the mechanism hasn't quite gotten the modern memo. Okay, so if hypnic jerks are usually harmless, why do they seem to happen more on some nights than others? There are a few culprits behind this. Stress and anxiety. Stress is one of the biggest triggers for hypnic jerks. When your mind is running a mile a minute, thinking about work, school, or just life in general, your brain stays on alert, even when your body is trying to rest. This means your body and brain might not sync up during the sleep transition, making those jerks more likely. Caffeine overload. Had a late night coffee or one too many energy drinks? Caffeine stimulates your nervous system, keeping it buzzing long after you want it to calm down. This heightened state can throw off your transition to sleep and increase the chances of a hypnic jerk. Irregular sleep cycles. Have you ever pulled an all-nighter, then tried to crash early the next evening? Messy sleep schedules can confuse your body, making the transition to sleep glitchy. The result? You guessed it, more hypnic jerks. So, if these nighttime jolts happen a little too often for your liking, take a closer look at your daily habits. Stress relief, better sleep hygiene, and maybe skipping the extra espresso might make all the difference. The short answer? Nope. Unless they're waking you up constantly or paired with other unusual symptoms, like sleep paralysis or extreme muscle movements, they're typically innocuous. Think of them as your body's quirky way of trying to keep you safe. Sure, it can be startling, and the sensation can leave you wide-eyed for a few seconds, but there's no real danger. In fact, they're so normal that doctors rarely even address them unless they're tied to more serious sleep disorders like restless leg syndrome or insomnia. So the next time it happens, remind yourself, it's just a harmless quirk of your awesome human biology. What makes hypnic jerks even funnier, or maybe less frustrating, is realizing how universal they are. Almost everyone has a story about that moment. They felt like they were plummeting into the abyss, only to jolt awake dramatically. It happens to celebrities, scientists, college students, your grandma, literally everyone. And while the science explains it, it doesn't make the experience any less hilarious when it happens at the wrong time. Ever fallen asleep in class or on public transportation and jolted awake, scaring the person next to you? Yeah, we've all been there. If hypnic jerks are a regular thing in your life and you'd like a little more control over them, keep these tips in mind. Relax before bed. Spend some time winding down before you hit the sheets. You could try deep breathing, meditation, journaling, whatever helps you de-stress and prepare for sleep. Cut back on caffeine. Limit your coffee or energy drink intake, especially late in the day. Your nervous system will thank you. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day keeps your body in sync and reduces those miscommunications during the sleep transition. Don't stress about it. Remember, hypnic jerks are normal and not harmful. Worrying about them can actually make them happen more, so focus on good sleep hygiene and let your body do its thing. At the end of the day, hypnic jerks are a quirky reminder of just how fascinating and sometimes unpredictable the human body is. Even when you're asleep, your brain is working to protect you, showing just how well-designed we are as living beings. But equally, it's a reminder of how much modern life and stress can affect even the most basic functions of our bodies. So give yourself the gift of a little self-care, and maybe your brain will chill out on sending you into imaginary free falls next time. Now that you know why you feel like falling during sleep, it's time to hear about your experience. Ever startled yourself awake mid-dream? Face planted into an imaginary ground? Tell us how you've experienced hypnic jerks in the comments. And if you've got a friend who always jokes about their falling dreams, make sure to share this video and educate them too. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more fun dives into the science behind the everyday things we all experience. After all, life and sleep is just full of surprises, sweet dreams, and watch out for those free falls. Like and subscribe for more from Ask Frostix.